What have you seen from the Vikings defense?
We haven't been able to have a ton of time watching so far, but they do a really good job getting after the quarterback. They're going to bring a lot of pressure, and they've got a really good front seven, really good cover guys, and some really good linebackers too. They're really well coached, and I think we played against them a couple years ago, and very tough opponent. So we have to be on our stuff. Quick week this week.
I was going to bring up that game from 2023. They blitzed you on like 80% of your dropbacks or something crazy. What do you remember about that game, and how much can you tap into that going up against them on a short week?
Yeah, I think back then too, we kind of figured that we were going to get a lot of pressure. I thought we had a really good protection plan. We talked about it all week, and I think that's just something that we haven't seen a ton from them so far, but have to be ready for it because they could bring it at any moment.
Given how exotic the defense is, what role does Harrison Smith kind of play in all that on the back end?
He's a very smart player. He's been around for so long, and he's played at such a high level for 14 years. He's a true pro, an incredible leader on that team, and someone that you definitely have to be aware of on the field.
Just the success you guys had last week in the pass game, you saw the passing yards they gave up as well against Philadelphia. Do you see some vulnerabilities back there? You can hit some big shots.
No, they're a really good opponent. We have to do our best at to limit turnovers, convert on third down, and score points in the red zone. And as long as we're able to do that, we play pretty good football. So we just got to get back to doing that.
Greg mentioned yesterday how important it is to limit turnovers. What are those conversations between you and him look like?
To limit what?
Turnovers. And what are those conversations between you and Greg look like when you guys are talking about?
Yeah, just to limit turnovers. To not turn the ball over.
Justin, you've been hit more than any quarterback in the league this year by a pretty significant margin. Just how are you feeling physically after the number of hits that you've taken this season?
Yeah, physically I feel pretty good. I think we got a great training staff and doing everything I can, in the training room to be at my best. And that's part of the game. Like I said after the game, I think we've thrown the ball the most in the NFL. So you'd expect, I'm going to get hit the most if we throw the ball the most, and that's part of the game. And I think our offensive line has done an incredible job battling. We've gone up against some really good fronts, but we can always be better. I can always get the ball out better, quicker, but physically feel pretty good.
For people that haven't played quarterback in the NFL, do hits add up over the course of the season? And if so, how much does that affect a quarterback?
I think probably the really big ones. But for the most part, as long as you're doing everything you can to, recover after the games, you're going to get back to your normal self. And I think we've done a great job in the weight room, being able to handle some of those hits, and just making sure that we've got enough time to really rest, recover, do everything we can to get back at full speed.
Have you seen the O-line improve as it's constituted now with Joe out, Trey out? Have you seen them improve from game to game here?
Yeah, I think they've done a great job. They're communicating at a very high level. Bose is getting them in the right calls, and I think they've done an incredible job battling. And it's a very tough task playing offensive line, and they've given me plenty of time to get the ball off. And I think we've done a good job of meeting with the running backs, tight ends, and everyone in that protection room. So we have a good protection plan each week.